How lucky are we? We get to hear Tiny Dancer by Elton John today. I'm looking forward to it. I had a little bit of a sneaky one at this during the day because I was really excited. How cool, Tony Dancer. I keep going to say Tony Danza because that's what I've been conditioned to sing and believe. Elton John, 1971. Can't remember what album's it off. I've got a little bit of a graphic up there too, which will show you. Thank you for coming to have a look. If you're here and if you're watching on YouTube, do all the clay stuff like hitting subscribe and stuff. What I really like about YouTube right now is they move some of the comments or description up to the side in some, I don't know if it's the browser I'm using, but I really love that because it's just ruined a bunch of people going, yeah, down in the comments below. It's like, no, it's not there anymore, buddy. It's to the side. Speaking of to the side, something to the side over here is Elton John's Tiny Dancer. I really like this because it's got a lot of little treasure, things in there. Easter eggs, I think they call them. It's got tons of that right at the start here. I'm just going to play this one section so you can have a listen to this cool little secret part of Elton and the guys stuffing around.
One. Adam Dick, what a name.
Adam Dick, what a name. I don't know who Adam Dick is, but what a name, of course. How great. I love those little bits. So to check out the track, we've got 16 channels here. One of them is called Audio 16, and it just seems to be nothing. It doesn't seem like it's got any audio on it, but whatever. We'll move that to the top there. And the first track's called Acoustic Guitar O5. I bet you can guess what that's going to be. Okay, let's go towards the song and we'll have a listen. Obviously in the room with the band. So much bleed. Makes you wonder if it's actually adding anything at all. You can hear everything else. Very wolfy. Let's have a listen to... I'll make that large so you can see. And then we will have a look at just the EQ. Look at all this low-end energy. I feel like it's all wasted. Some notes in there that weren't quite right. So you hear that? This guy's stuffing up all over the place. No, I'm not... And I'll just have you know now, I'm not shitting on the guy. I just think it's interesting that they can leave these things in there, and it's fine. Just nobody notices. It's okay. Don't be such a perfectionist. If Elton John can get away with it, you can. There. Correction. Anyway, we could get rid of some of that bottom end if we were mixing it, but we're not. We're just listening and appreciating. We'll take that away, and we can have a listen to the strummed part, which is about to come up. Here we go. Now we can hear what's going on. Sounds like some old strings too. Played with the hand. Okay. We get the gist of that guitar. We understand that. So much bleed in there, which I don't hate. I like a bit of bleed. This bass. Check this out. You can already hear the shape of the microphone, like it's just getting rid of all the stuff it doesn't need. Like we're in the acoustic track, you could hear. Oh, everything was there pretty good, but in the bass track, you can hear this really kind of muffled, boxy sound, which is going to complement this bass when it comes in. Listen to that. Only taking what it needs. so interesting to hear this and to not hear exact perfect playing. I really enjoy that. But there's so much groove in that. But when I say not exact perfect playing, I'm not like saying, oh, better than these people. I'm just saying that this part, that's got a little bit of gung, which is fine because contextually, is it a word? Makes sense in this track. So let's go to the Tony Danza part. So we've got a bit of a flavour for that bass. I really like that too. That's kind of like... Let's see what producing, what's going on in that track. See, check it out. All 100, a little bit of a bump around that 1/2. Just giving off that little bit of a metallic sort of click. And then it's just all bum end from here. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, let's not give too much away. Boys. Now, that's a vocal track, so I'm going to just straight away move that down to the bottom. Actually, I might take another LV, which is a live vocal, down to the bottom. And there's also one called Girls, which is coming to the bottom too. DT, I think that's going to be down here too. I think these are all vocal tracks. I just want to save those for later. Celli. Maybe we'll move Celli. Maybe we'll move Celli down with the violas, violins. Let's check out these drum tracks. So, unmute the boys. Unsolo the boys, rather. And the drums. Let's have a quick listen to what those drums sound like. Now, they're called L&R, so you know what that means. I'm going to pan them left and right. But we'll hear them in mono first. Oh! Dry and fat. The only kind of anything you're hearing that's not directly the drum is just a bit of the toms going off every time a hit happens. Listen to that. Listen to this. So fat. Let's pan them. Let's even fatter. Oh! They're creamy and they're thick. Those hi-hats just sit so beautifully. Listen to the hi-hat. That's what a hi-hat's supposed to sound like. That's so creamy. Oh! Did you hear that? Did you hear that fart? Oh, holy shit. There's like a one-ply skin. So good. Get ready. Here's another one. That's so good. That sounds like a digital drum. I mean, that's obviously what digital drums were emulating, but that sounds like something that you put in a drum machine and then overload. That's so good. There's another one coming up here. Come on. Listen to that dry 70s kit. Beautiful. I really, really like that drum sound. I think that's beautiful. Exactly what I need it to be. Oh, give me more. Straighten it up. Listen to that. That snare drum too is like... I can't even do it. I can't even do it. It's just too good. Is that hit happening? Or is there a hi-hat in there? Is it actually... It's hard to tell. Yeah, it is. A little bit of bounce in the toms, probably off the front head of the kick drum. Slowing down a little bit. Yeah. Oh! All right, more times, thank you. That's so great. Okay, we're not going to just listen to the whole song, but what's this little section? We'll listen to this. Oh, yeah, it's crispy. This is crispy. This sounds like a condenser over the kit. It's gone. Okay. Let's go one more time on that. Lots of detail. Back in the day, these things used to cost a bit to produce. It was you wanted lots of detail, you had to have lots of money. We're going to move over to the a little in joke for people who know to the electric guitar here, and just check that out. All right. Open up electric guitar. Oh yeah. I always want to say everything's a Strat, but I don't know. Sounds too thick to be a Strat. Does it? Maybe it's a Tele. I don't know. I don't like to guess because I'm never right. And it's, I mean, maybe having a better knowledge of this would help understand it better, of course, because that's how knowledge works. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a nice little track. It sounds really gorgeous. I'm just thinking due to the style, it's kind of a country track, so it could be a Telecaster. That's very Telecaster style playing guitar there. Yeah, that's cool. Very tight, isn't it? You can still hear a little bleed, but it's got everything that it needs. What's that little... I love a little bung note like that. Just percussion. Yeah, this is really cool. Let's go to this little section. Wow, gorgeous. That's super cool. I'm very happy to hear that. Wow, piano left and right. That's the main part. We're gonna save that for a little minute. We're gonna go to the steel string, the pedal steel guitar. Pedal steel guitar, for anyone who doesn't know, is kind of like it's like a little table, and people often think that it's a piano or a keyboard because they see someone with their hands on it like this, but they're actually like a 10-string guitar that lays down, sometimes a double neck, or 8 or 10 or whatever, and they have these little levers underneath the levers, however you want to say it, wherever you're from. Your knees touch them, and they bend the strings in certain parts, and so you can move your knee that way, or that way, and then you've got foot pedals as well that can change all of the strings, and you can get all these gorgeous kind of sounds out of it. There's some great players around the world and in the country, even in our hometown. Dave Moore, shout out to you if you're ever watching, a fantastic pedal steel player. Let's check this out. You can hear the amp. That hum. Gorgeous sound. Listen to that. It's just so full and lush, isn't it? Very hard instrument to master. So it's taking up a lot of the mid-range here, the lower mid and the mid-range. Everything in a song should have its little spot that it sits in, and this one's taking its spot and really thriving in there as well. But it doesn't take over too much of what it needs. Like, it's got where it lives, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't really give you something that it doesn't. You know what I mean? It doesn't take away from anything. Violas. Yeah, skip the piano. We'll come back. Okay. And they'll probably record at the same time as these violins. You can sort of hear them in the background. And this cello. Wow. And I wonder what happens when you put them together. Isn't that pleasing? But, like, do we pan this? Because these are all individual separate instruments. Do they... You don't just... Violas left, violins right. You know? Well, let's do that and see if it sounds any good. Oh, hold your horses. I mean, it does sound pretty fat. Cello up the middle because it's a bass instrument. Okay. 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 Yeah. Take that off for a sec. Oh, yeah. You don't miss it till you realise it was gone. That's sick. Wow, that's so fat. 1971, ladies and gents. Okay. Yeah. Good, cool dynamics. Should learn like songs before I go to like comment on them, huh? All right. This is a cool part. I'm gonna call it halfway here, right? The reason I call it halfway is because if you're in now, and you aren't, it looks like if you're in now, stay in because we're playing stuff that's like really recognizable that can get copyrighted. So if you're watching a live stream, check it out. And we do the clay part too. So if you're watching on YouTube, do the subscribing and all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I make nothing out of this except for myself, slightly less crazy every single day. And yeah, thank you very much. You guys are going nuts on the Michael Jackson videos. Really appreciate that. Thanks for checking out Spice Girls, Coolio, all the ones that we've done so far, and there's so many more to come. So plug myself here because I can't take sponsors for this stuff. So thank you, and let's check it out. Some piano and some vocals from Elton. Okay. Hard left, hard right. Now I'm going to skip that riff for a sec because that's if I get more than 4 seconds of that. Oh, crikey. I'll get in trouble. What if there was no Elton John vocals and it was just me and you were like, oh, came all the way for this? You can skip. You can skip. Oh, that gave me a headache doing that. Okay. Oh, massive. Yeah, that is so huge. Wow. I wish I could play piano. I've got all these synths around me and I can't even play piano. Let's see what DT is. I don't think I've looked at this yet, but there's a little bit of rumble to start. You can hear a little bit. So this is going to be an overdub of some sort.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
You're right.
Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen.
Sheets of linen? I didn't know that's what he said.
You had a busy day today.
You had a what today? You had a busy day today.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway.
Man, he's good.
Lay me down in sheets of linen.
John Lennon?
You had a busy day today.
Man, Elton John's pretty good at singing. Who would have guessed? This track's just called Girls O5, so let's find out if there are 5-0 girls. Righto. This sounds like more than 3 girls. What's the next part? There's boys too.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Oh, yeah. I love how you can hear.
Lay me down in sheets of linen.
I love that stuff. I'll live for it. There's some more up here. I want to hear this.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Cool.
Lay me down in sheets of linen.
Wow. This is so cool. This is like the closest we get now to being in the studio with these guys and listening to this stuff and recording it. This is very special. What else do we have? There's just one note. I love that. Just holding it down. Now, what are all these in-betweens? I want to hear this. Oh, it's just the music in the background. I want to hear the bits between the song.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Someone's a little off there.
Tiny dancer.
That's okay. You can't hear it. Okay, I think we know what we're in for here. That's great. We're going to go to the boys channel. Okay, boys, what have we got? Okay. Okay. I can guess what they're going to say here. Oh, there's a little bit in the front there. Let's hear that.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
They're in the same room as the girls. Are they? I feel like they are.
Lay me down in sheets of linen.
Maybe you can just hear it in the background. I don't know. It's playing tricks on me. Okay.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Lay me down in sheets of linen.
Okay. You're loving that linen. Let's hear those together, the boys and the girls. Fantastic. That's teamwork, guys. See, with teamwork, you can achieve harmony. Give it a crack. Work with someone.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Thanks for listening to Broden Minogue's Midnight Self-Help.
Lay me down in sheets of linen.
Let's go wild here. Let's pan one left and pan one right. You know, I like doing that.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Doesn't have the same impact. I like it mono, that one. I think that's straight up the guts. But we all know what we came here for, and that was to hear Sir Elton John's isolated vocals. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that right now. I want to hear him say one of the funniest things that I've ever heard in a recording. Get ready for this. You've heard it before, but...
Look back.
One. Adam Dick. What a name.
Who's Adam Dick? Adam Dick. What a name. Why? Why would he say that? Who's Adam Dick? Okay. Elton John. What a legend. More like it.
Blue jean baby. LA lady. Seamstress for the band.
The band.
Pretty eyes. Pirate smile.
Pirate smile, huh?
You marry a music man. Ballerina.
Okay.
You must have seen her dancing in the sand.
Fuck, he's good. Sorry, I mean, he's very good, isn't he?
Now she's in me, always with me. Tiny dancer in my hand.
Oh, excuse me. Fantastic.
Jesus freaks out in the street,
Look at this gorgeous bit of...
handing tickets out for gone.
It's just... they've recorded... It's like in 1971, obviously we heard the Elvis recording, which was much different to this. So much different. This is like hi-fi in comparison. This is something different. A different style, of course. I mean, not far different. I mean, this is kind of country in a way. But then again, Elvis... Look, let's not split hairs. Either way, they were recorded the same year, and this is just of a different ilk. It's a completely different recording type and process, but it's a different style too. So, it is. Let's just say it is. But listen to these vocals. They just sound so rich and creamy.
Jesus freaks out in the street,
Wow.
handing tickets out for gone.
Wow.
Turning back,
Just add some top end for no reason.
she just laughs.
Too much. Take away some
The
bottom.
boulevard is not that bad.
Wow, he really takes up a lot of the frequency spectrum.
Piano man, he makes a stand
Let's hear that chorus on his own.
in their auditorium, looking on.
Oh, this is with the...
She sings the
the chorus.
songs, the words she knows, the tune she hums.
I don't want to interrupt you because I know you might be singing along. But I'm gonna. Give me that chorus. Here we go.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway.
Wow.
Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today.
Now, I've just preemptively turned the boys and the girls down a little because they were quite loud. Let's go over this chorus with the boys and girls in and let's see what they sound like.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Glad I turned those down.
Count the headlights on the highway.
Now, there is another one called DT. Let's add that.
Lay me down in sheets of linen.
That's a doubler.
You had a busy day today. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway.
Now, someone more experienced than I will probably be able to tell me if that double is in the track or not, because it does sound slightly out compared to the other one, which is fine and normal. That's just how those things sort of operate. We've got to a part where I'm going to kind of put together a little bit of stuff, and then we're going to have some fun with Sir Elton John's vocals and auto-tuning, because that's my style. But let's check out some of this track together, because individually we've got some interesting sounds. We've got acoustic guitar, these drums, which I could be, palms are sweaty, meat. No, it could be anything at this point. And then, yes, give it to me. Get away with that. Without the piano, that it could be anything almost. Even with the orchestra, that could still be almost anything. All right, let's try our luck. Wow. Fantastic and unbelievable. Whoosh. Really, 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 really cool. Okay, we've got to do it because this is what I like to do. How good is this? Should be the tag. Elton John, any good? That should be the name of the video. Elton John, any good? Can Elton John sing? Well, we know the answer is yes, and what a singer. And again, just like I said with the Madonna thing, and Elton John did some stuff with Madonna, and Elton John's done something with everybody, I'm sure. He he actually advocated Sarah Blasco on an episode of that Comedians in Cars Singing Songs. Oh, hang on a minute. The same show, but with singers and James Corden. And Elton John said Sarah Blasco from Australia was one of his favourite artists. I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong. I never look this shit up. I just kind of say what I think I remember, and that's why I'm an idiot. Elton John on auto-tune in 3, 2, 1.
Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band, pretty eyes,
It's pretty much on.
pirate smile.
I'll just take it back a little bit.
You marry a music man.
So that's the thing is with the auto-tune thing. Like, I jack it up there for a bit of a joke, you know. Do you believe in life after life?
Ballerina.
But how it really works is, if you're insecure about your voice or whatever, or if you're having real problems, you can just automatically, this is set to an automatic setting, and it can just take those little things away between the things and turn them into bop, bop, bop. And I've just...
You must have seen her dancing in the sand.
But the thing is, with Elton John music, Elton John's the missing ingredient from any Elton John song. The thing that separates a song from becoming an Elton John song is Elton John. I believe he wasn't a fantastic lyricist on his own, but boy, could he play piano. You can't auto-tune Elton John because Elton John is... he sounds what he sounds like, and that's the way he sounds, and that's why we like it. But again, there's no shame in auto-tune. If you want to use it, use it. If you want to practice singing to it, practice singing to it. If you want to put it on something for a cool effect, put it on something for a cool effect. You could be the next Daft Punk. Who knows? But, you know, I'm not the next Daft Punk. That's why I'm sitting here looking at other people's stuff. We've been blocked already, but that's fine. Thank you all very much for coming and checking this out. Yeah, good time. I mean, you know, it's still early. I could have time to do another one because I've got a bunch of other things that I need to do, but my brain doesn't have space for them, and I'd really love to do another one of these. Thank you all so much. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to that. Yeah, have a good time, and GFY.